Hi, good evening and welcome to the Phhs Spring Concert featuring all of our curricular bands and choirs. We're so glad you could come to join us. The ensemble you see on the stage right now is called the Concert Band. We meet period 5 every single day. We vary in experience from 0 to 9 years, starting in the band, and we've prepared a few songs for you. We hope you enjoy. The first is called Sky Dance, and you should hear imagery of different things happening in the air, wind, almost tornadoes at moments, and then soft things falling through the air. We hope you enjoy. you. At this point, we'd like to thank the Board of Ed and our district senior cabinet for their support for the program. You'll see them all listed on the back in case you want to go talk to one of those people about how great you think the Par Hills music program is. This next song, Kentucky 1800 by American composer Claire Grundman, will be conducted by our Target teacher, Tyler Fedorenko. The Target Teach program at Par Hills is one eligible for seniors where they get to work with a teacher in a field they are interested in pursuing. We have 3 Target teachers in the music program this year. You'll see 2 of them tonight. And the third, Megan Wald, I saw her at her concert yesterday at Littleton, and she did a great job with the band. This piece has folk songs in it, and I believe there's a program insert so you can see the words to the folk songs? Yeah? Maybe? Okay. Anyway, here's Mr. Fedorenko to come talk to you about Kentucky 1800.
Good evening. Thank you all for coming. Kentucky 1800, as Ms. Christensen said, originally composed by Claire Grundman and consists of 3 American folk songs: The Promised Land, I'm Sad and I'm Lonely, and Cindy. It consists of melodies which are reminiscent of the years when pioneers forged westward. Also, I would just like to give a huge thank you to Ms. Christensen and the concert band for allowing me to work with them this year, and it's been an honor and a privilege.
This next song, Acrostic Song, references a very famous piece of literature. You may have heard of Alice in Wonderland or Through the Looking Glass and what Alice found there. This is based on the acrostic poem at the end of that book, in which the words of the poem spell out Alice Pleasance Liddell. That is the real-life Alice for whom the story was written, and a bit who it was written about. Lewis Carroll would go out on a boat with Alice and her two sisters and entertain them by telling them stories. The poem itself has some spooky qualities at times. It talks about phantoms in one part, but mostly it's about Wonderland and about dreams. In fact, at the very end of this piece, you'll hear it have an odd ending. The words, but a dream, but a dream, but a dream, but a... So you're left suspended, wondering, life, what is it but a dream? Acrostic Song. some tough expressive stuff. We're now going to turn it over to the choir for their next song.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to invite Combined Choir to please stand and file onto the risers at this time. And I'd also like to invite Mrs. Fullen to come up and speak a little bit to you tonight about the Music Boosters and their function, their vital function in supporting our music program here at the school. Would you please warmly welcome Mrs. Christina Fullen?
Thank you. Thank you so much. First and foremost, I'd like to take the opportunity to thank all of you, the parents, the relatives, the friends, for being here tonight. It's a great night to celebrate the amazing accomplishments of these students and our instructors who've worked so hard all year to be able to put this program together this evening. I'd also like to say thank you for the support that you've given to the Music Boosters. Page 9 of your program, there's a list of the activities and the accomplishments that we've been able to address this year. I think the one that is of very high significance is the fact that we're able to provide funding for scholarships for our graduating seniors. And we had a budget meeting today, kind of a close end of the year meeting, and we've been able to allocate $2,700 to our graduating seniors for scholarships. That's very, very good. So thank you. I would also like to thank the school administration and the district administration, and specifically our Board of Education, specifically members who are here today. I know Mrs. Mayer is here, probably Mr. Chafo's here. If you could stand up. Mr. Barrios is usually here too. I don't know if he was able to make it tonight, but these members of the board have given their support to the music program. And trust me, we have needed their support very much. You probably heard there have been some reductions in budgeting. Fortunately, those reductions did not impact the music program. But as parents and our members of our community, we need to stay involved because that can change momentarily. The reality of it is that as great of a program you see here, what is allocated to the music program really is only a third of what should be allocated to the program. That means that we parents are supplementing a lot of what the Board of Education really should be allocating to the music program. We want our organization, our boosters, to enhance the program, but the reality of it is that we are having to do more than just enhance. So, for example, our students deserve to have chairs in the band room that are appropriate for a band program. They don't have that. We have students who have taken their midterms on the floor. That's not acceptable. So we as parents need to continue advocating for our students and for the music program so that they eventually get what they really should be getting. So please stay involved and stay connected. I'd like to thank Lynn Wald, my co-leader. She's awesome. She handles our budgeting. She's way in the back, I think. Yay, Lynn. Thank you. And although Lynn's daughter is graduating this year and she will not have a child here next year, she will stay to support the boosters for another year. So we thank her for that. Along with that, we really are looking to get more of you parents involved in Music Booster activities. There are fundraisings that we do throughout the year and other activities. We'll be sending out an email giving you an opportunity to sign up. You don't have to commit your life to it. If you can support one event or, send some dessert when we have an event or something like that, that really helps a lot. But we really are looking to get parents more involved. So be on the lookout for that, please. I'd also like to mention the wonderful opportunity that we will have on June 13, I believe, which is our banquet and Tri-M induction ceremony. Everyone is invited to come. It's a great, great opportunity. It's a great event to celebrate, again, the awesome accomplishments of these students. And it's not just their accomplishments here on the stage. What these kids learn through the music program serves them in many other areas, not only here in the school, but outside. I'm talking beyond music. I'm talking character, friendship, fellowship, academics. I mean, the list goes on and on. So please take some time to join us on June 13th to celebrate our wonderful students, band and choir, at the banquet. So be on the lookout as well for a sign-up form to participate and also to help. And last but not least, please, 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 we need to thank our instructors, Mrs. Muka, Mr. Ayapika, Ms. Christensen, for the amazing job that they do with our children, day in and day out. You know, beyond graduating, these students take so much more with them. And then they come back to support. We have alumni here tonight as well. These kids come back from college and they want to come back and support this school. So if you're an alumni, stand up so we can thank you and acknowledge you. So anyway, thank you so much for your time and your support.
Thank you, Mrs. Folan. We also greatly appreciate the parents that support us and the boosters. Ms. Folan is tireless and fearless, and she does so many things to support specifically the band and also the choir. Mrs. Wald is fabulous and is flexible and wonderful, and we could not do this without them. So let's have a round of applause again for our president and our treasurer. Thank you. I'm not going to make speeches, but thank you, parents, for being here tonight. Thank you, siblings, for being here tonight. Without an audience, this is just another rehearsal, so thank you for making this real for us and making this a special occasion for us to share our music with you. Thank you so much. Yeah, give your parents a round of applause. Good. All right. At this time, we are going to sing a song called Jai-Ho for you. It is from the movie Slumdog Millionaire, and this is really the protagonist's victory dance at the end, basically. If you haven't watched the movie, it's a gentleman who came from poverty, and he finally gets to get on this game show to win a bunch of money, and somebody's trying to sabotage him the whole time. He finally wins, and this is the victory song that he sings. And I think we are kind of celebrating that we finished out an entire year of choir together. Yeah, victory. Yeah. All right. We are also very, very privileged to be joined by some of our students from the Indian Cultural Club. I will invite them to come forward now. They are dancing for us this evening because I feel that music and dance should always go hand in hand. They also are wearing lovely costumes, and we hope that you enjoy their performance. We don't want to forget our lovely percussionist, Devan Sheth. A round of applause for him. Smile. And I'm going to read their names because I don't want to forget anybody. Sanjana, Deshari, Daniel, Rosie, Alexi, Brianne, Colin, and Mira are our selected soloists for this evening. Please enjoy Jai-Ho.
You are the reason that I still live. Neshamiane ketale, ajazari vale nile asumane ketale, Jeho, ha, ha, Jeho, ha, ha. I can feel you rushing through my veins. There's a notion in my heart, I will never be the same. I keep it steady, 'cause steady is how I feel it. This beat is heavy, so heavy you're gonna feel it. You are the reason that I breathe. You are the reason that I still believe. You are my destiny, No, there is nothing that can stop us. Nothing can ever come between us. So come and dance with me, Jeho, Jeho, ha, Jeho, ha, Jeho, ha, Jeho, ha, Jeho, baila, baila, Jeho, baila, baila, Jeho.
Our next song is Erev Shoshonim, which is a love song written in Hebrew. It's become such a traditional song in Israel that the regular population has kind of forgotten who wrote it. But we are very pleased to have Ananya Iyengar at the piano tonight, accompanying our choirs. She is one of our very talented seniors, and we are very, very grateful for her piano skills tonight, and also all of the work that she does as one of our choir officers. So if we can have a round of applause for Ananya, please. Thank you. I keep telling her I'm going to fail her so that she stays. And she laughs. She thinks I'm kidding. But I am. Of course I am. She's going to go on to do wonderful things with science-y stuff and also some singing. So Erev Shoshonim is a moment in time between two beloved who are meeting in a garden outside. Usually not 90 degrees outside. It's a little bit cooler in the evening. But it's an image of fragrant roses, of being in love for the first time. And this is a very passionate setting of Erev Shoshonim. We hope you enjoy. Thank you.
Shoshani
Our next song has quite a few soloists in it, so I'm going to invite them to come up right now. It's a collection of concert choir members, freshmen, underclassmen, upperclassmen. Everybody has a solo. It's good. This song is When You Believe. It's from a DreamWorks picture called The Prince of Egypt. And this song strikes, and I mean no pun intended, it strikes such a chord with the choir. Everybody wanted this solo. Everybody loves this song. So hopefully you will enjoy it too. This song is about hope. It's about freedom. It's about... the Hebrew text is, I will sing unto the Lord, for he is victorious. So we try very hard to embody the victorious singing in this, because why not? So enjoy Prince of Egypt. Our soloists tonight are Ruth Kowalski, Scarlett Horvath, that was an interesting mixture of syllables, Alyssa Barino,
That's
Rachel, Alyssa, Rachel Baza, sorry, I'm getting flustered, Brianna Davies, and Kenesha Voss. May we have a round of applause for them? And excuse my stuttering. Thank you.
Many nights we've prayed with no proof anyone could hear. In our hearts a hopeful song we barely understood. Now we are not afraid, although we know there's much to fear. We were moving mountains long before we knew we could. There can be miracles when you believe. Though hope is frail, it's hard to kill. Who knows what miracles you can achieve when you believe, somehow you will. You will when you believe. In this time of fear, when prayer so often proved in vain, hope seemed like the summer birds too swiftly flown away. Yet now I'm standing here with heart so full I can't
now going to invite combined choir to please find their seats, so you may file off in a semi-orderly fashion. And it is time for the band to do their thing again. I'm going to have to check my program, though. I'd like to take this moment, and this will be the first of many thank yous to Mrs. Kristen Cappuccino for accompanying us on piano tonight. And again, I wanted to thank every single one of you for being here tonight. It means so much to our students to have your support. It means much to our program to have your support. And thank you so much for being here. Next is Cajun folk songs. That sounds spicy, so I will let the band kind of shuffle on. Ms. Christensen is going to make a band appear. It's like magic. It's cool.
I know, right? Okay, great job, choir. While they're filing off, I'll just briefly mention, you may have noticed a special table out there as you entered. If you didn't, check it out on the way back. There you'll see some of our high achievements from just this school year. And we hope you get to see the things we've been doing in school, in class, and also outside of school, including our participation in the North Jersey Region Band Festival. The piece we're about to play is a piece we played at that festival where the concert band received a silver rating. Thank you. We were the only non-auditioned wind ensemble in the group, the only group there with beginners who'd never read music before, so it was a big deal, and we hosted that event, so really nice way to give back to our community. Cajun Folk Songs is a piece by Frank Kelly. You'll see his name appear later in the program. He chose two different songs to give you a picture of what life was like in this area, southern Louisiana. The first song, La Belle et la Capitaine, is a sad, sorrowful story. You have the notes there in the program, and you'll hear this somewhat haunting melody, and later you'll hear a slightly more triumphant thing enter, and the two melodies coexist. In the second movement, we have translated the word belle, which means beautiful girl, to babe. We think that babe is appropriate in this context. It's about a guy who travels home to see his babe. All the way from Texas, he took a train, babe. And at the end of each line, the word babe appears every time. So you get the sad, sorrowful, somewhat tragic, and then the very light, comical side of the Cajun culture. Here's Cajun Folk Songs. Great job, guys. Okay, so now we have our next transition. The concert band is going to exit this way off the stage as the next choir comes up. Is it?
Next, I'm going to invite concert choir to please come up and join us. I feel like we should just have a track of the Jeopardy theme playing every time we need to do a change of scene. You're very tolerant. We appreciate it. It's a necessary evil. We have to move bodies from one place to another. Why don't I talk about the music we're going to sing? Our first piece as concert choir is the fourth movement from Ein Deutsches Requiem, which is composed by Johannes Brahms, one of the most beautiful pieces of music ever composed for choir and orchestra. And it is a very difficult piece. Not only are we singing it for you in German this evening, but it's tricky. There's some moments in it that are just breathtakingly beautiful and require a lot of counting. So that will be the first song in our lineup. After that, we're going to sing a song called Past Life Melodies, which originates from Australia. And I'll talk a little bit more before we get started on that. I want to give you just a little little introduction to that piece because it is not of Western music. It is a very different set of listening skills that we need for past life melodies. So in the meantime, I'm going to check behind me, and we are shuffling still. Why not do the talk about past life melodies now? So, past life melodies actually uses a singing technique called polyphonic singing, which means the singer is able to produce two pitches at the same time. So it's a principle called sympathetic vibration, and it basically shows a very different way to create sound. So I'm going to ask the choir to actually start singing on a pitch. I'll find it just a second, and we're going to demonstrate some polyphonic singing for the audience, okay? Obligatory laughing always happens. It's fine. We're going to have Brian Kong actually demonstrate just by himself the technique. Brian, you brought this upon yourself. You do this in the hallways. You do this during warming up. This is why I picked this song, actually, ladies and gentlemen, is for Brian Kong, because he has mastered the art of polyphonic singing so much that I hear it in my sleep. So, Brian, go ahead. Hit us up with some polyphonic singing. Right here, right now. Thank you, Brian. Five out of five. So for those of you who may or may not be aware of what we're listening for, there is something called a whistle tone that happens way above the fundamental pitch, and it sounds... It's all the way up in the upper register. Some of us, due to hearing loss, age, heavy machinery use, you may not be able to hear the upper register of sound, but we invite you to try. So we are going to start with the German. So Jana, you're going to join us. And we will start right from the beginning. And they're just so excited that Jana's back. So we will start at the very beginning. Please enjoy a very moving fourth movement from Ein Deutsches Requiem by Johannes Brahms. Thank you.
Deine
Ready for some overtones? Yeah. So this is a very different choral experience that you're about to have right now. There are no words to this song, so don't worry, the diction is perfect. And please enjoy. Thank you. Wind Ensemble plays next. Please enjoy their lovely music, and thank you so much for enjoying some overtone singing. Thank you.
At this time, I'm going to switch places with my target teach apprentice, Lucas Folan, who's going to conduct Sinfonia number 6, and I am going to play the baritone sax. So give us 1 second to switch off and welcome Lucas Folan to the stage.
Hello, good evening. Thank you for coming to the concert tonight. I'm very excited to to be able to conduct the band tonight. It's been really a great experience having been a part of the Target Teach program, just as we saw Tyler, Mr. Fedorenko earlier. It's been a really great experience, an honor and a privilege, as he said, and it's just been a lot of fun, and I'm very excited to be doing this, hopefully for the rest of my life, as a music major in college and so on and so forth. Just a couple of words about the piece, Sinfonia 6 by Timothy Broge. When he wrote the piece, he wrote it in 4 movements, just 4 different movements, different kind of moods for each movement, different soloists you'll hear. And then when he brought it to the publisher just decided, oh, I'll give each movement an element that'll kind of make it sound cool and it'll sell more copies. So I guess it worked. So you'll hear the first movement, air, second movement, earth, third movement is water, and the fourth movement is fire. So feel free to use the publisher's interpretation or not. Enjoy. Thank you.
Before we turn the program over to the choir, I would just like to say a quick thank you to our administration here at Parsippany Hills, Principal Michael DeSanto. I believe Miss Eileen Haney is here tonight for their support throughout the year, always for the music department, coming to the concerts, and just always showing support for this music program. Also, I believe in attendance is our supervisor, Miss Pam Friend, who is at pretty much every concert and is really, yes. She has really become a great advocate for music in addition to math in this school district. So thank you to all of you. It's choir time.
Our next song for you tonight is a piece entitled Sing Me to Heaven. There are a lot of themes tonight in our choral music and also in our band music as well. This has been a very lyric-heavy concert. There's lots of songs that have words to them in this. But I feel that this song really touches our innermost hearts. Sing Me to Heaven is a request. When I am born, sing me a lullaby. When I fall in love, sing me a love song. And when I pass on into whatever comes next, please sing me a requiem. A requiem is a memorial service for those who have gone on. And we sang a fourth movement from the Brahms Requiem this evening. And we are also going to hear Frank DeKelly's Let There Will Be Rest, which is also along the same theme. So this is a very heartfelt plea for music, no matter what. And I thought that this was a very appropriate song for all of our singers in choir. They are such human beings. They feel and they share and are very, at times, very dramatic. But they all felt a connection to this piece and sing it from their hearts. So they're going to continue to file up for a while. I promised I wouldn't talk long for this concert, and we'll just allow them to do that. Thank you. Choir, that was beautiful. Thank you. We have some equipment that we need to bring out for our next song. I also would like to introduce Ravi Parekh. He has been a very instrumental part. Not only is he a tenor, which is the rarest thing among singers, but he also writes, he plays, he arranges. He has several albums out on iTunes if you care to download them. SoundCloud, sorry. I'm not up on my social media. I don't know. Okay. So Ravi is going to accompany us tonight. Eric Leonard on guitar. We also have Enrique Duran on bass. And yes, thank you, please. Yes. I would also like to take this moment to thank Mr. Christopher Ramsden, who provides for us a dedicated crew of sound and light technicians. He has lent us Richard tonight, who is going to do some really awesome things tonight. I also would like to very heartily thank Mr. Ron Cupid and our custodial staff, because after we leave tonight, they come in and they make this auditorium look beautiful every night after a concert, and they do wonderful, wonderful things for our school. So let us thank our custodial staff as well. And if I have forgotten anyone, please, my humblest apologies, but thank you to everyone who supports music here at the school, and thank you to my lovely students for their beautiful performance tonight. It has been such a pleasure to conduct you tonight, ladies and gentlemen, and I am speechless. So, did I tell you guys to go find your choir family yet? I didn't, did I? Okay, go. So, one of the other things that I wanted to end the concert with tonight is... of course, we have to discuss everything. So one of the major themes in our school year this year has been family. Our choir family is there for us when we feel like no one else can be. We have made lifelong friends in our various choirs. We all meet at different points in the day, but we become very close to the people that we sit next to in choir. And this is a phenomenon that I have experienced throughout my young and middle-aged and adult life, and I am so glad that so many of our students have made new friends this year, have made lifelong friendships that they will remember for years and years. I told them yesterday, you're not going to remember what shoes you wore to the concert, you're not going to remember what kind of hair you had, but you are going to remember the person who shared your folder and sang in your ear for 180 days out of the year. So this is their opportunity to celebrate with their choir family, and I think it's appropriate that the song is titled Viva la Vida, which means live that life. Well, that's not a direct translation. But we have some very special performance in store for you just now. Please enjoy our performance of Viva la Vida by Coldplay.
sword and shield, missionaries in a foreign field. For some reason I can't explain, once you were gone there's never an honest word. That was when I ruled the world. It was a wicked and wild wind, blew down the doors to let me in, shattered windows and the sound of drums. People couldn't believe what had become revolutionaries wait for my head on a silver plate, just a puppet on a lonely string. wanna be king. I hear Jerusalem bells ringing, Roman cavalry choirs singing. Be my mirror, my sword and shield, missionaries in a foreign field. For some reason I can't explain, St. Peter will call my name. Ever and on his word, that was when I ruled the world. I hear Jerusalem bells ring, Roman cavalry choirs were singing. Be my mirror, my sword and shield, missionaries in a foreign field. For some reason I can't explain, no St. Peter will call my name. Ever an honest word, that was when I ruled the world.
And away we go. Back to your seats. Thank you, choir, so much. This has been a very lovely performance. I enjoyed every second of it. I hope everyone in the audience did as well. We're going to turn it back over to the Wind Ensemble to finish us out. And I know I said it a million times, but I also just wanted to thank you all again for making the trip out on a weekday to come and listen to your children. They have been an absolute pleasure this year. It's an honor to teach them, and I can't wait to see all of them next year, hopefully. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Hang on now. Our next selection for the Wind Ensemble is entitled Rest, composed by Frank Tikelli, and it is a band arrangement of a choir piece that he composed called There Will Be Rest. If you happen to pick up the program notes in the back, not in the green program, but I believe they were white, the poem is in there. He chose this text by Sarah Teasdale, and I'd just like to read the poem. The poem is entitled There Will Be Rest. There will be rest and sure stars shining over the rooftops crowned with snow, a rain of rest, serene forgetting, the music of stillness holy and low. I will make this world of my devising. Out of a dream in my lonely mind, I shall find the crystal of peace above me. Stars I shall find. And it was originally composed, the choir piece was composed in dedication of a young 1.5-year-old boy who passed away. And then he took this same music and he adapted it for band, also in dedication of someone's passing. And I really feel like it captures the true essence of resting in peace. And with the choir version, you have the lyrics, you have the poem, you have those words to get the message across. And in the band version, we're trying to get the same message across, but we don't have the words to do it. So he uses lots of different color changes, and the one thing that he does say that the advantage, or one thing he was able to use with the band versus the choir, was just create this big impact moment. So this is a piece that I actually did not like the first couple of times I heard it. I thought it was kind of long and boring, and I have since. This has become one of my favorite pieces, and I really love performing this with this group. So, Frank Kelly's Rest. Before we play our last piece, I'd like to do a quick plug for the Mount Tabor Summer Band Program, which we always encourage our students to continue playing over the summer. For the month of July, over at Brooklawn, every day for 4 weeks, they can continue playing, learning a new instrument, jazz band, the whole bit. Our PTA here at Parsippany Hills, we're very fortunate that they are giving out 2 full scholarships this year. So any interested students should contact me, and I will give you more information. And finally, we can't really run everything we run here and do all that we do and offer all we offer to the students without our Music Boosters Association. And there are 2 parents who pretty much are the Music Boosters Association, and that is our treasurer, Lynn Wald. Lynn, where are you? Who got a little more than she bargained for with a Disney trip year and all of the payments and accounting and all that fun stuff. And our president, Christina Folan. If the both of you could please come up. Christina and Lynn.